All right. Hey, everybody. I'm Anthony,
I'm Tim.
I'm Joey.
And I'm Michael.
and we are DarkStar. And it is time to watch 2 more episodes, which means we will only be 2 episodes away from Volume 3, where every episode is hype. Volume 3 coming soon. I'm excited.
We'll see about that.
I'm excited to watch these 2 episodes. You'll be hype. You'll be hype. Halfway through season 3, we're gonna end up watching like all of it at one time because you guys are gonna be like, "Oh, let's just finish it now." Well, let's just finish it now. At least 2 of you. Johnny might not because he's a hater, but he's the naysayer.
Hey, I've been on the Let's Keep Watching RWBY bandwagon.
You are. You have been for sure. Which is not really that surprising because it's such an amazing show, but at the same time, you're pretty stubborn, so
It's
a little
alright.
surprising. It's a little surprising. Just wait, Tim. Just wait. Anyway, so last time out we had we finished up the dance, and now we've got Oobleck, and we're about to go on a RWBY venture, if you will, into the southeast quadrant, outside of Vale. So, yeah. What do you guys think is going to happen to start this out? Battles right off the bat.
I'm assuming a bunch of grim.
Awkwardness.
Bunch of grim. Okay.
Start with everybody getting offered coffee. Episode starts from coffee.
Team coffee? Because that's the team with velvet on it. That's the bunny girl.
Oh.
Oh, that's a thing.
Yeah, team coffee.
All right.
You didn't know that?
And they said that when they're coming out of the
Yeah,
dance.
team
minute ago.
coffee's back, and then that guy that Mike thought was just briskly walking.
Bro, he
up.
was like... I was like, dang, man.
Yeah, that was Team Coffee. Yeah, that's Velvet. She's got the Australian accent going on. I love the Australian accent.
I
So
do too.
Velvet is one of my probably one of my top 5 favorite characters on the show. Even though she doesn't obviously have a ton of airtime because she's more of a side character. But yeah. Okay, so I don't think we have much to talk about. We discussed quite a bit at the end of the last episode. So honestly, I think we are kind of fresh here, waiting to jump right into these 2 episodes and see what's going on, and then we'll discuss them afterwards. You guys ready?
Do it.
3,
Yes.
2, 1, start.
Yes, I'm afraid those bags won't be necessary, girls. Seeing as you've opted to shadow a huntsman on what is now essentially a reconnaissance mission, I can assure you we will not be establishing a single base of operations. Rather, we will be traversing several miles of hazardous wasteland and making camp in any defendable locations we may stumble upon. I've packed all of our essentials myself, brought the air course, and ready the airstrip. And it's Dr. Oobleck. I didn't earn the PhD for fun. Thank you very much. Come now, children. According to my schedule, we are already 3 minutes behind schedule.
Jeez.
All right then. Looks like we're going to save the world with Dr. Oobleck. Okay, yeah, when you say it out loud, it sounds worse.
Save the world? You're going on world-saving missions without us? I'm hurt, sad.
Maybe a little hungry?
That last one's not your fault, though. Ren.
Sounds exciting. Where you going?
Oh, just outside the kingdom.
Hey, so are we.
Ren and Nora wanted to shadow the sheriff of a nearby village.
We set out tomorrow.
Then you can party with us tonight. We're shadowing a crime specialist. All inner city detective stuff. We get junior badges.
We normally go to the city with you guys, which means stuff's always exploding in junk. So we thought this might be a better way to check out the kingdom when it's, normal.
Well,
4 minutes, ladies.
wish us luck.
Why did that have to get so awkward at the end?
I guess I just never saw you as much of a fighter.
I admit I fancy myself more of an intellectual, but I can assure you, as a huntsman, I've had my fair share of tussles.
Like the mushroom?
Those are truffles.
Like the sprout?
Those are Brussels.
Besides, given my expertise in the field of history, as well as my dabblings in the archaeological surveys, our dear headmaster saw it fit to assign me to this particular assignment.
What does history have to do with this?
Why, what a preposterous question, you silly girl. Why, history is the backbone of our very society. And the liver. And probably the kidneys, if I were to wager.
And that means...
The southeast quadrant outside of Vale is home to wild forests and deep caves. But it is also the location to one of the kingdom's greatest failures.
Mountain Glen.
That's right. It was an expansion of Vale. But in the end, it was overrun by Grimm and fenced off from the rest of the city.
Correct. And now it stands abandoned. It's a dark reminder.
And a likely place for a hideout.
Precisely.
Him and his coffee, man.
Is that a Whataburger?
Ladies, you still may be students, but as of this moment, your first mission as Huntress has begun. From this point forward, you need to do exactly as I say. Do you understand? Ruby, I thought I told you to leave all your bags back at school.
But, you hadn't told us to listen to you yet. So I didn't.
She's not wrong. Very well, Ruby, leave your bag here. We can pick it up upon
That's
our
awesome.
return.
But well...
Young lady, what in the world could you possibly have in that bag that could be so important to bring it with? We're here to investigate an abandoned urban jungle teeming with death and hostility.
He's gonna
And
fall
you
in love
brought
with it.
a dog. Genius!
Genius!
Canines are historically known for their perceptive nose and heightened sense of sound, making them excellent companions for hunts such as ours.
Gosh.
I'm a genius.
Genius.
So, what are your orders, Doctor?
Ah, yes, straight to the chase. I like it. As you've been informed, the southeast area has been marked as a recent hotspot for Grimm activity. Now, there are several possible explanations for this behavior, one of which being Grimm.
What?
Grimm. A creature of Grimm, approximately 100 yards from us at this very moment.
What?
Stop.
Huh?
There are a number of reasons why Grimm would congregate in this particular area. The most likely of which would be their attraction to negativity, sadness, envy, loneliness, hatred. All qualities that are likely held by our hidden group harboring ill intent.
So,
Where's the dog at?
what now?
Right there.
We wait. We track. If this specimen leads us to its pack, that pack may subsequently lead us to our prey.
I didn't see it.
How long do we wait?
It's uncertain. Hours, days, weeks. Why, lone Grin have been known to stay isolated from the pack for months, and there's the whole pack.
What?
And now they've seen us.
What?
And now they've seen us!
I take it tracking is out of the question?
An accurate assumption? Yes.
What's the plan then?
Run?
Show me what you're capable of.
Cover your ears wide.
Some samurai jacket.
Okay. Jeez.
Piece of cake.
Do not celebrate yet, for I am certain this is the first bout of many. Shall we continue? Excellent work, girls! Fortunately, there doesn't seem to be any signs of criminal operations in this sector. Oh well, moving on.
Hey, Doc, you know, I was actually looking forward to seeing a pro huntsman in action. Like, fighting, or at least helping us fight.
Ah, but I am in action, scouring the ruins of this one great city for any signs of irregularity. Not every mission is filled with daring and heroism, girls. Sometimes it's just a heightened form of extermination. Remember, this is a job, and you all signed up for it. I do hope you understand that.
Well, yeah. Of course.
Tell me, Yang, why did you choose this line of work?
Huh? Well, to fight monsters and save...
No, that is what you do. I want to know why you do it. The honest reason as to why you want to be a huntress.
The honest reason? I'm a thrill seeker. I want to travel around the world and get wrapped up in as many crazy adventures as I can. And if I help people along the way, then that's even better. It's a win-win, you know?
I see. And you, Miss Sneak. A girl born into fame and fortune such as yourself certainly doesn't need the extra work. So, why choose this over a cushy job in Atlas?
It's exactly as you said. I'm a Shnee. I have a legacy of honor to uphold. Once I realized I was capable of fighting, there was no longer a question of what I would do with my life. It was my duty.
Interesting.
Jeez.
And what about you, Blake? You seem to carry yourself with a sense of purpose.
There's too much wrong in this world to just stand by and do nothing. Inequality, corruption, someone has to stop it.
Very well. How?
Sorry, are we ready to keep going?
No, I believe that will have to do for today. It's going to be dark soon. You three, set up camp in that building. Oh, and please do make sure that there are no more of those creatures. Your leader and I are going to secure the perimeter. Come, Ruby.
What is that? It looks awesome!
That, my dear girl, is a grid.
Let's kill it.
I'm afraid your sniper rifle will do nothing more than agitate a grim of that size.
But what if it attacks us?
Fret not, Ruby. Those Goliaths are not concerned with us. Ruby, not every grim is mindless. Or rather, not every grim is still mindless. You see, the grim you see before you are so powerful, so superior to the grim you fought, that they've undoubtedly lived hundreds of years. And in that time between killing humans and attacking our borders, they've done one important thing. They've learned. They've learned that when they attack our borders, they're likely to die.
Those are elephants with masks.
We make up for it will. And that killing one human will only bring more.
Then, why are they still so close to the city? What are they doing?
Elephants is probably right.
Wait.
Let's kill it.
Dr. Ublek?
Hmm?
I was wondering.
Wondering why I've been interrogating your teammates all day?
Actually, I was wondering, why did you want to become a huntsman?
Look around and tell me what you see.
Lots of old buildings, empty streets.
I see lives that could have been saved. As a huntsman, it is my job to protect the people. And although I am capable of doing it with traditional weaponry, I believe I can make a much larger impact if I do it with my mind. As a teacher, I'm able to take knowledge, the most powerful weapon of them all, and place it into the hands of every student that passes through my classroom. I look at this wasteland and I see lives that could have been saved. But I also see an opportunity to study these ruins and learn from this tragedy, and therefore become stronger. I am a huntsman, Ruby, because there is nothing else in this world I would rather be.
I can't believe we didn't find anything.
We've always been fortunate enough to be in the right place at the right time. I guess we can't always have luck on our side.
That's not
He never asked RWBY why she wanted to be a huntsman.
Huh?
And a huntswoman, did she?
Earlier.
Did he?
About upholding the legacy.
Huntress?
There's more to it than that.
Yeah. No, me too. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know either. I know what I want to do, but I figured I'd always take things one step at a time.
Well, it doesn't matter. We know why we're here. Right?
Ah, wonderful! A textbook campfire!
Fire! So warm.
Very good. Eat your dinners and hurry to bed. We have a lot of ground to cover tomorrow, and we'll need you to take turns keeping watch over our temporary abode. Any volunteers for first watch?
Yo.
Hey, did Oobleck ask you why you wanted to be a huntress? I mean, what did you tell him?
No, he didn't. Weird. Oh well. Good night, guys.
That's kind of weird that she's the only one that he didn't ask.
Don't worry. Things will be better tomorrow.
All right. 3, 2, 1, start.
Trouble sleeping?
Arm was acting up.
Of course. So logically, you got out of bed, dressed yourself completely, and decided to gaze menacingly out into the distance. What's wrong?
I've trusted him for years. We both have. I can't help but feel like he's keeping us in the dark.
Don't be ridiculous. You know very well that we are not the ones in the dark.
That makes it worse. I refuse to believe that a man I've trusted for so long would act so passively.
You're a good person, James. You've always done what you think is best for the people, even against strong protest. It's admirable. But it's high time you stopped talking about trust and started showing it. Ozpin has experience that the rest of us lack, and I think that's something worth remembering.
He sleeps?
Blake, are you awake?
Yeah.
Why do you think he asked us about being a huntress? Like, what was he trying to say?
Maybe he was just curious.
You think?
No.
Weiss, are you awake?
Of course I'm awake. You two are talking. And I think when I said I wanted to honor my family's name, I meant it. But it's not what you think. I'm not stupid. I'm fully aware of what my father has done with the Schnee Dust Company. Since he took control, our business has operated in a moral gray area.
That's putting it lightly.
Which is why I feel the need to make things right. If I had taken a job in Atlas, it wouldn't have changed anything. My father was not the start of our name, and I refuse to let him be the end of it.
All my life, I fought for what I thought was right. I had a partner named Adam. More of a mentor, actually. He always assured me that what we were doing would make the world a better place. But of course, his idea of a perfect future turned out to be not perfect for everyone. I joined the academy because I knew huntsmen and huntresses were regarded as the most noble warriors in the world, always fighting for good. But I never really thought past that. When I leave the academy, how can I undo so many years of hate?
I'm sure you'll figure it out. You're not one to back down from a challenge, Blake.
But I am. I do it all the time. When you learned I was a faunus, I didn't know what to do, so I ran. When I realized my oldest partner had become a monster, I ran. Even my semblance I was born with the ability to leave behind a shadow of myself, an empty copy that takes the hit while I run away.
At least you two have something that drives you. I've just kind of always gone with the flow, you know? And that's fine. I mean, that's who I am. But how long can I really do that for? I want to be a huntress, not really because I want to be a hero, but because I want the adventure. I want a life where I won't know what tomorrow will bring, and that'll be a good thing. Being a huntress just happens to line up with that. I'm not like Ruby. She's always wanted to be a huntress. It's like she said, ever since she was a kid, she dreamt about being the heroes in the books, helping people and saving the day, and never asking for anything else in return. Even when she couldn't fight, she knew that's what she wanted to do. That's why she trained so hard to get where she is today.
Well, she's still just a kid.
She's only 2 years younger. We're all kids.
Well, not anymore.
Person on watch is asleep.
I mean, look where we are. In the middle of a war zone and armed to the teeth.
It's the life we chose.
It's a job. We all had this romanticized vision of being a huntress in our heads. But at the end of the day, it's a job to protect the people. And whatever we want will have to come second.
That's why it's late. Go back to bed. Zwei! Zwei, where are you? Zwei! Zwei, this is a wasteland. You literally could have done that anywhere.
Uh-oh.
What was what? I thought I heard a Beowulf or something. Let's just finish our patrol and get back to base.
The dog.
Did they go in yet? One bark means yes. This is
Smart
it.
dog.
Come on, we gotta get the others. Huh?
Jeez.
Oh.
Is that underground city?
Wow.
Freeze! Where does she come from?
You're a long way from home, little girl.
Hey, hands off!
Oh!
Hey!
The boss is gonna want to see this one.
These freaking guys.
Put your teeth to the curb.
Hey, Weiss. It's your... Ruby? Hey, where's Ruby?
What?
Zwei?
What's going on?
Grab your weapons. Your leader may be in trouble.
Is it a paladin?
You trying to do? Blow us to the moon?
Sorry, sir.
Found something you might want to see.
Is it good or bad, Perry? Because, let me tell you, I have had a day.
It's a little girl?
That would be bad.
Ruby's scythe.
Oh no.
Do you think she fell?
Fell?
Down there.
Oh my. Of course. Of course, of course, of course!
What is it?
How could I be so stupid?
Dr. Oobleck, what's wrong?
Mountain Glen! Yes, an expansion of Vale that was inevitably destroyed by creatures of Grimm, previously home to thousands of people, working people commuting to the city, the main city, developed a subway system to the inner city. Grimm's attacks increase, population in danger, now desperately searching for shelter. City evacuates into metro tunnels, and what do they find? The southeast quadrant of Vale is known for wild forests and deep caves.
Doc, what are you saying?
My dear, we're not just looking for an underground crime network. We're looking for an underground crime network!
They've been working in caves?
No, Mountain Glen was Vale's first serious attempt at expansion. It worked for a short period of time, thanks to aggressive perimeter defense and unique transportation. The city developed an elaborate subway system to carry citizens safely from the new territory into the main kingdom. Sadly, without the many natural barriers Vale had to protect its borders, Mountain Glen was doomed from the start. As the end drew near, the citizens of the territory made one last attempt at survival. They took up shelter beneath the city, in massive caves that they had cleared out for the subway, and they had cut themselves off from the surface.
An underground village?
In a matter of speaking, yes. A safe haven. Until an explosion opened the mouth of another cavern, filled with subterranean Grimm. After that, the kingdom officially sealed off the tunnels, creating the world's largest tomb. If Ruby is down there, we must find her.
It's like
Back to getting real.
What?
That'd be a bazooka, dude.
A coffee shooter?
I hope so.
Okay. Tim's new favorite weapon? Okay, so that's the end of the episode. So do you guys get why he didn't ask Ruby at this point?
I think it's because he knew that she already knew why she wanted to be a huntress.
Well, she basically
Same
has
people
no
got with unconditionally.
right. Well, she has no questions basically, right? She wants to be a huntress. That's all she wants to be. She wants to help people. She's selfless, like all these things that make a huntress a good huntress. She's already got it or whatever, and she already enjoys every aspect of being a huntress, right? So when Yang complains about being a huntress, she's basically got, as Weiss said, a romanticized vision of being a huntress. It's all adventure, it's all fun in games, but it's not, right? But Ruby doesn't care about that. She enjoys it. He's the same way, right? He said not every mission is heroism and all that sort of stuff. Sometimes it's just extermination. Sometimes it's just scouring ruins, whatever. But he enjoys all of that. That's something that he enjoys doing. Ruby's the same way. She enjoys literally every aspect of being a huntress. That's why she wants to be a huntress. The rest of them are doing it for reasons that are personal, and they're not necessarily fully enjoying every aspect of being a huntress, or at the very least they didn't understand every aspect of being a huntress, the same way that Ruby understood that work goes into becoming one of the heroes in the books. Grimm overran this outpost basically, and we talked about this before when we talked about the World of Remnant video about the kingdoms. Without the natural borders and other various things, basically other than the four kingdoms, there's very few civilizations existing out in the world. It's a very grim place, pun intended. It's interesting to kind of see what happens. Basically everybody that was at that outpost or that went down into that tunnel or whatever, they basically just come out and straight say it, they're all dead. Like everybody that was out in those things. So what do you guys think about the fact that they're kind of revealing a more darker tone to the series now. It's been very lighthearted up until now. What do you guys think about the darker tone? Do you want it to go in that direction, or Joey?
Jeez.
It really doesn't matter to me, honestly. I mean, I guess. I like a mix of both. With the light, how it's been, and then now showing a little bit of darker stuff. Honestly, I didn't even think of it that way until you just explained it the way you did. I never even really caught it, so it doesn't really bother me either way.
Like you'd put emphasis before that there was only like basically 4 cities and like there was nothing else, but like showing like that there's like ruins out there of cities that could have been that like failed. It kind of sets the darker tone for the rest of the world.
Is there like a source to the Grim, like a spot where the Grim pops out? It's not like Pacific Rim, how all the monsters just come out of that one certain area. Is there one area that all the Grim are born from, or they just pop up?
It's an interesting question. I actually don't have the answer to. I think with next week's episode, we are watching World of Remnant on Grim. It's either next week or the week after that, I think. There's one on Grim. Maybe we'll learn something from that. I don't think I've ever actually watched that, so maybe it'll explain how Grim come to be from that. I honestly have no idea, so.
I was kind of wondering the same thing, if we had found out where they came from yet or not.
I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out. There's so many that maybe they just never know where they came from.
Yeah.
But you'd think they have to come from somewhere, or eventually, they'd have been able to clear out quite a bit of Grim by now.
Quite a bit of it, yeah.
Yeah.
So, who knows? Maybe they have babies. Maybe they don't. Little Grim babies. You see, like the little bird Grim flying out of the doors that Blake shot down. So, it's possible that
they can reproduce.
It's possible those were young, you know what I mean? And maybe they get older and they become the bigger ones or whatever. Who knows? I don't know. Okay, so I don't know if you guys caught this, but something to keep in mind that Oobleck said was that the Grim were attracted to negative emotions. So they congregate in areas where, there's sadness, despair, anger, anything that's basically can be described as a negative emotion. They go there, and they don't even necessarily have to be from good people. You know what I mean? So basically saying the people that they're looking for in this hideout or whatever, like Torchwick, is a very negative person. He doesn't seem like, to me personally, right? In my subjective view, he's not really a negative person. He's always happy-go-lucky all the time. He's just a bad person. But I guess those count as negative feelings as well. Hatred or gloating or stuff like that. I guess all of that stuff also counts under the negative emotions. So
I don't know. Could you also contribute it to like the fact that the city had fallen and like that's a negative emotion in itself?
Yep.
Must be overwhelming because he did say they typically don't run in packs and outcome the whole pack.
Yeah.
And there they are. What? And there they are. So that's something to keep in mind. They are attracted to negative emotions.
Blake needs to cheer up.
Yeah. So Blake is probably surrounded by Grim at all times.
We're not getting the tournament. I know that. It's so far in there right now. Like it's not even in their minds right now.
There's no
to
tournament
end this
in this
season
volume.
on like hitting the tournament, and it's gonna start next season. Like, let's just avoid that again. We'll go back to.
I feel like when they made the show, they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about this badass tournament that's gonna happen, and like all these students are gonna participate, and then we're not gonna show it the rest of the season. Like, no, we're gonna go this direction instead. We changed our minds."
So you guys worried the Volume 3 is not gonna have the tournament either, or at least not early?
Not early.
Hard to say now.
I do think it's gonna be in Volume 3 though. I said the thing about Volume 2,
so.
but
yeah. Well, you were like, I hope it's not the last episode of Volume 2, and now you don't even think it's gonna be in Volume 2. What do you guys think of the series so far?
Crap.
Yeah.
JK.
Unsubscribed.
I'm surprised I've not watched it yet, honestly.
Yeah, me too.
I'm really surprised at myself about this because it draws you in.
I'm surprised
And, I mean,
Joey
I
hasn't
love
watched it.
very yeah, true.
Yeah, true. I've enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. At first, I hated it. I was like, gotta watch RWBY. But now, I mean, I'm enjoying it. I want to see what happens every episode, so that's good. It's keeping me intrigued.
Cool. Okay, so what we got now is RWBY kind of in a tough situation. She just got captured, and you kind of see, the reality kind of sinks in. She is just a little girl. You know what I mean? She's just a 14-year-old girl. She punches the guy. She doesn't have her weapon, and when she doesn't have her weapon, she pretty much did nothing to the dude. So it's interesting to think of the fact that these are still mostly regular human beings. They've got clearly enhanced abilities and the aura force field, basically. So that's obviously superhuman. And
They still have their
weaponry is
semblances
impressive,
without their weapons, correct? Though the semblance is just like inside.
Yo, by the way, Blake's semblance having a doppelganger kind of
yeah,
thing.
we learned about that.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Yep.
We learned exactly what it is.
Yeah, very true. So you could have seen while you were watching her use her different after images and stuff like that to kind of hop away. But now you know for a fact she leaves an actual copy of herself behind, basically. And then she can kind of go away from it. So you can see that even from her trailer. She uses the same thing. So yeah, so now we know every semblance on Team RWBY. RWBY's fast. Yang is Hulk. She can leave her after images, and Weiss has her glyphs, which we don't know the specifics of all of those yet, right? So we've seen RWBY move quickly, but we don't really know exactly what that means. We've seen Weiss use her glyphs, but you're not exactly sure what all of those glyphs do. She clearly uses ice primarily, but what did she do to Blake that one time to make her supercharged? I guess we'll find out more about that as the series goes on. What do you think about the what do you think is going to happen with Torchwick and RWBY down there? You think?
I don't know. He's been wanting to get his hands on her for sure, and I think him knowing that she knows about the place is maybe going to make him want to take her out, but they're going to come and save her.
Okay. What do you think they're doing down there?
Getting ready to build some kind of bombs. We've seen a bomb for sure. Maybe setting, maybe placing the bombs. I don't know how far the tunnel runs, but it runs underneath where they're at. They can place it underneath it and blow the city up from underneath.
They're gonna blow up the abandoned outpost.
No, Vale.
No, if it runs all the way to Vale.
Oh yeah, because he said they had
underground tunnels.
Underground tunnels to get them to Vale.
Or something like the Trojan horse, man. Down there, open it up, pop out.
You talking about Cersei? We talking about Cersei right now?
Okay, so you guys think that it's a potential possibility that they're going to either blow up the city or go to the city in some sort of way?
I'm on board with that.
Using the tunnel.
Can you imagine just chilling and then explosions from the underground?
Now that would be a massive shift. It's one thing to talk about people who have died, but that would be a massive shift in a dark tone for an entire city to kind of
get blown up.
Hundreds of people potentially die.
Or they could put it underneath where the tournament's being held if we ever see it.
It's true.
Okay.
All the power people there and take them out with one good blow.
So the tournament's unlikely this season, obviously, because we have 2 episodes left and they haven't resolved this whole underground crime network scenario. So we're definitely
underground crime network.
We're not going to.
That was great.
We're not going to see the tournament this season, clearly. But you guys can hold out hope that maybe it'll be next volume. I don't know, man. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for this week's episode. I'm excited to finish Volume 2 and get to Volume 3 because, like I said, Volume 3 is where shit gets real. I feel like I've said that like 20 times now, but that's just because it's so true. Maybe I should stop hyping it up though, because now you guys are like, "Oh, what's gonna happen to Volume 3?" Maybe I'll stop hyping it up a little bit.
Now it's not gonna be up to par with the expectations.
It's not gonna meet expectations. I don't know. If you guys have liked the series so far, actually, here's a question. We'll ask this again because it's a little unfair because you haven't seen the last 2 episodes, which could be the best episodes for all you know. So we'll ask it again at the end of chapter 12. But which volume did you like better so far, Volume 1 or Volume 2?
I think Volume 2 kind of it stepped up like the choreographed fights with the the lunchroom fight was at the beginning of this volume.
Yep.
And then Sun Wukong or all of them fighting at the docks. That was cool to watch. They fought the paladin.
Yeah, I'd say volume 2.
You prefer volume 2?
Yeah.
So I disagree. I like Volume 1 better, especially the last 6 episodes. Just going into the character development of the people that I liked personally. I enjoyed that more.
Okay.
I like the fights, but I'm more on the story.
Keep it up.
Well, Yang did get pretty much everybody on Team RWBY besides RWBY got a little bit of character development over the last few episodes. So
yeah.
But I can see where you're coming from. I actually preferred Volume 1 as well. But like I said, you haven't seen the last 2 episodes of Volume 2, so we'll give it, the finale could be, for all you know, the best episode of the entire, series so far. So, so let's wait until we watch those 2 before we give a final judgment on that. But I preferred, my personal order was 3, 1, and then 2. I just really liked the whole getting the teams together fight where they went and fought the Nevermore and the
What? Oh, you're better now.
You froze.
He was like, I really like the
Me and Tim both did this.
I really like the Nevermore and the
the Deathstalker fight.
The Deathstalker fight.
Yeah. That was really
Those were really good, and I really liked the fight at the docks where Penny came in and she's like, I'm battle ready or whatever?
Battle ready.
Yeah.
Robot, dude.
So I really like combat ready. That's what it is.
Combat ready.
Yeah. So I really liked that whole sequence of events and everything, and the reveal of Sun Wukong's shotgun staff. So sick. So, shotgun chucks. That's what it is. Chucks.
Yes, shotgun chucks.
Yeah. So I really like that. So that was I probably preferred Volume 1 to Volume 2. But like I said, let's finish Volume 2 up, and then we can discuss that a little bit more. Okay. So we will finish those in the next couple weeks, with a couple of World of Remnant videos as well. And yeah, I think that's going to do it for this episode. If you want to you can like our video. If you liked our video, like our video. If you didn't like our video, then don't dislike our video. Or you could. I mean, It's up to you. It's a free country, I've heard. If you want to subscribe to see more of our content, you can do that. We'll be putting out review videos every Friday, of course, until we're caught up. And then maybe some more after that, too. Who knows? Put out some theory videos and stuff like that if we want to keep our RWBY adventure going a little bit. And then, yeah, we will... see you guys next week. Until then, I'm Anthony.
I'm Tim.
Joey.
And I'm Michael.
And we are DarkStar. Thanks for watching, guys.